So this will become -2. So the pulse will go like this. Okay. Next, t exactly equal to 0.5, it is 0. T exactly equal to 0.5, it is -1 year. So 0 minus 0.5 is nothing but it will come to the -1 year. -1 it will come, the waveform will come like this here. I'm doing the addition of the signals, I'm doing it here. Okay, so next, at t is equal to 1, it is +1 year. At t is equal to 1, so it is -1. So +1 -1 will become equal to the 0, it will become here 0, because here the waveform is drawing, so we can draw it as like this, the waveform will get here. So it will go like this. Next it will fall to 1 and it will become 0 here. So right. Next at t is equal to 1.5, it is 1. Okay, so this will become here. At t is equal to 1, this one will become. At t is equal to 1.5, it is 1. At t is equal to 1.5, it is -0.5 here. So 1 minus 0.5 will be the, okay, 1 minus 0.5 will be 1 minus 0.5 will be the plus 0.5 will get here. So plus 0.5, let us mark it here and join it here. Join it. Next, t is equal to 2, less than 2, it is 0, and this is 0 here. So 0 plus something will become equal to the 0 will get here. So at t is equal to 1.5, it is minus 0.5. At t is equal to 1.5, it is 1 here. So 1 minus 0.5 will be 0.5 will get here. So this is 0.5. Next, at t is equal to 2, it is 0. At t is equal to 2, it is 0. So 0 plus 0 will become equal to 0 will get here. Next, from 2 to 3, no waveform. So we'll get the waveform, something like this will get here. Okay, so this is become equal to 1. So done. Taken the waveform now. Okay, so I think everyone has taken the waveforms here. So I'll take one problem with the discrete time signal. Later we'll go for the next class of problems here. So I have some 10 problems are there. So among 10, so there are some 10 points are there here. So the waveforms. So among this one, I'll take one problem. I'll take here. Okay. So rest of the problems you can do it here. Okay. So after the I am going to take. So I can take the problem. The signal x of n. So this is the problem number 3. The signal x of n and y of n. The signal x of n and y of n is shown in the figure below. The signal x of n and y of n is shown in the figure below. So take the signal x of n here. So addition of the discrete time signals or multiplication is easy when compared to the continuous time signal. Okay. This is 1, 2, 3. And this is also 1, 2, 3. And for the signal y of n. So this is a sample at 0. So this is at -1 and this is at +1 here. So these are the samples here. Okay. Done. Okay, so we need to plot the following signal. So sketch the following signals. Sketch the following signals. Sketch the following signals. Okay. So among this one, I'll do some problems. Rest of the problems you can do it as homework here. So x of 2n, x of 3n minus 1. So y of 1 minus n. So y of 2 minus 2n. fifth one, x of n minus 2 plus y of n plus 2. Okay, x of 2n plus y of n minus 4. Okay, so what you can do is the problems which I'm going to do in the class. So you can do that one as a learning problems here, and remaining problems what I'm going to do it as homework here. So you can treat these problems as a practice problems here. Even for the studying for your IA or for your exam, you can do this as a practice problems here. If you are learning in the class, the remaining things you can learn in these problems. You can solve it as a assignment, or you can write in the assignment book, or you can write in you can make this as a practice problems while studying for the exam or the IA. Okay, so x of n plus 2 into y of 6 minus n here, y of 6 minus n. Okay, done. So these are the problems I have taken from the I am having some 10 problems. Among 10 there are some 10, so each problem they are having some 10 problems are there. So totally some 100 problems are there. 100 different types of waveforms you can plot it here. Okay, so taken right, x of 2 and x of 3 and minus all those things. I think you are taken. Else you can take the screenshot here, and each and every problem I'm going to do, and I'm going to share this one as a PDF. I'm going to share you, so you can make use of this one as a while practicing. You can make this as exercise problems. Done right? Okay, fine. So I think everyone has taken. So first I'm going to do with the x of 2n here, x of 2n. So the first one is x of 2n. So let us mark that time axis. Okay, let us mark with the amplitude axis here. So this is x of 2n. So it is nothing but the time scaling. The value of a is nothing but 2. So we need to multiply by 1 by 2. So the signal will be getting compressed here. The signal is getting compressed here. So you can take the value of n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Okay, so you need to multiply with the factor 1 by 2. So that is 1 by a, 1 by a is nothing but it will be equal to the 0.5 here. So you need to multiply 0.5 to the all the time axis. You need to multiply here. So right, you're taken. Okay, so next at n is equal to 0, it is 0 here. When you multiply 0 with the 0.5, it will become 0.5 only. Sorry, 0 only will get here. The 0th sample will become equal to 0 only will get here. So right, next at n is equal to 1, we have 1 here, n is equal to 1. So 1 into 0.5. So this sample can be discarded here. So no need to consider this one. Next at n is equal to 2, we have 2. 2 multiplied by 0.1 will become equal to so time index will become 1 year. The corresponding amplitude will become 2 year. Corresponding amplitude will become 2. Next at n is equal to 3, we have 3 is there. So 3 multiplied by the 0.5, it will become 1.5. So there is no need to consider this sample. So similarly for the negative time index also. So minus 0.5, minus 1 into 0.5 will become minus 0.5. So discard. Next minus 2 into 1 will become minus 2. So we'll get the sample having the value 2. The rest of the things we can discard here. So this is x of 2n will get here. X of 2n. Right? Any doubts in this one? Discrete time signal. So I think everyone has taken. No doubts. Okay. I'll go for the next problem. If you have any doubts, you can ask me, or else I will go for the next problem here. Done. Okay, I'll go for the next problem. X of 3n minus 1. So the next problem is x of 3n minus 1. It consists of the two operations we need to perform. One is called as shifting, other one is the scaling here. So x of 3n minus 1. So here we need to find the signal first, x of n minus 1. Next we need to perform the scaling operation we need to perform here. Okay. So x of n minus 1 first. Next let us perform the scaling operation here. Okay, so two boxes I need here. So first let us perform the shifting operation here. Shifting let us perform here. The waveform I have taken for reference I have taken here. Okay. So x of n minus 1 means, so the signal has to be shifted towards the right side by 1 unit here. So it is extended from minus 3 to plus 3. When I'm going to add the value of 1 to everything here, this will become minus 2. Okay, so let us indicate the time index here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So minus 3 plus 1 will become minus 2 here. The amplitude will become equal to the 3 here. So this will become 2. This will become 1. So 0th will become 0th only. Next 1. So 0th sample will come to the 1st sample here. The value is 0 only. So the waveform will get like this here. So this is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, it will become like this. So next, let us perform the scaling operation. Let us perform it here. 3n minus 1. So we need to perform the scaling. A is equal to 3. So 1 by A is equal to 1 by 3. So we need to multiply 1 by 3 to the all the time intervals here. All the time index we need to multiply 1 by 3 here. So let us define the time axis. Okay, so this is x of 3n minus 1. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Okay, let us multiply 1 by 3 to this one. So 1 by 3 with 0 is, so we'll get the sample. 1 by 3 into 0, 0, 0 only will become here. So the sample will be, it will remains 1 year. 1. Next 1 by 3 into 1. So 1 by 3. So this sample will get discard. 1 by 3 into 2, it will become 2 by 3. This sample will be discard. So next 1 by 3 into 3 will become 1 year. So this sample we are going to consider. The value will become equal to 2. Next 4 into 1 by 3 will become 4 by 3. So we are going to discard because it's the time index should be the integer value should be there here. Integer should be there. Similarly, minus 1 by 3 we can discard, minus 2 by 3 also we can discard. So only we'll get these samples will get here. These samples will get here. So right, done. Okay, so I think you're done, no doubts. Next I will take you the next problem. So y of y 1 minus n. So this one we can write as a y of minus n plus 1 here. Minus n plus 1. Minus n plus 1. Okay. So we need to perform the first we need to perform the shifting operation. Next, let us perform the scaling operation here. Sorry, reflection operation here. So first let us perform the shifting here. So y of n is here. So this is the signal y of n. It has been defined from the minus 4 to the plus 4. It has been defined here. Okay, minus 4 to plus 4. So first let us perform the shifting operation here. Y of n plus 1. First let us perform the shifting operation y of n plus 1. Later we'll take the reflection here. Y of n plus 1 means the signal will be shifted towards the left side by 1 unit here. Left side by 1 unit. So let us define the time index here. So minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, 0, 1, 2, 3. So when they shift the signal towards the left side by 1 unit, so this is starting from minus 4 will become minus 5. Okay, so next the 0th sample, next 1, 2, 3, 4 will get here. This is y of n plus 1. Done. So next let us take the reflection here. So y of minus n plus 1 here. When I take the reflection, this will go to a positive axis, this will go to a negative axis. Let us mark this one. So at n is equal to 1 will become n is equal to minus 1. 2 will become minus 2. Okay, 0 will become 0 only. So 3 will become minus 3. Next at n is equal to minus 1 will become plus 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And this will become the 5th sample like this here. The index is minus 1. This is plus 1 here. Done, right? So I think you can easily do with the discrete time signal. Okay. So remaining things I think you can do it here. So remaining things also you can do like that only similar way. So just I'll show it in this one. So you can do y of 2 minus 2n. So you need to perform the shifting and you need to perform the scaling operation here. So like that you can do addition, everything you can do it here. Okay. So can you do this problem as homework? Because I'll go for the next important concept here. Can you do this as homework?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you can do that as a homework. In the for your other practice problem, you can do it here. Okay. So for the discrete time, it's very simple here. So you can do that as a homework here. So next I'll take the important kind of problems here. Okay, so I'll plot the waveform. Some signals I'll plot the waveform here. Rest of things you can do it here. Okay, so for the problem number 4, so you can take, given the signal, x of n is equal to 8 minus n into u of n minus 8, sketch the following signals. You can take first one. Y1 of n is equal to x of 4 minus n. Second one, y2 of n is equal to x of 2n minus 3. Done. Okay, fine. For first, what we need to do is first we need to find out the signal x of n. We need to give here, find out here, because it is given in terms of the unit step function. It has been given here. It is given in terms of the unit step function. So we need to find the signal x of n here. So first I'm going to plot the waveform for the x of n here. Okay, so u of n is given. So I'm going to draw this side here. So u of n. So u of n is nothing but it's a unit step function. It is having the value 1 from 0 to the infinity. It is having the value 1 from the 0 to the infinity. It is having the value 1 is there. Okay. So because we need u of n minus 8 is needed here. So we need some 10 samples. We need it here. So I'm going to mark the sample numbers for u of n here. Okay. So this is u of n. It is going to start from 0. For n is equal to 0, it is 1, because you know the elementary signals. Okay, so you know the concept of the elementary signals. From 0 to the up to the infinity, it will be there here. Okay, the next one is u of n minus 8. U of n minus 8 means this is u of n. It will be shifted towards the right side by. It will be shifted towards the right side by 8 units here. U of n minus 8. Okay, so u of n minus 8. The signal will be shifted towards the right side by 8 units here. So it is going to begin from the 8 here. So 7, it will be 0. So 6 also it is 0 here. So 1 also it is 0. So up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it is 0. From 8 onwards it is going to begin here. So 8, 9, 10, 11, like that it will go up to the infinity here. Okay, so this is having the value 1 will be there here. So right now when you take the difference of this one, u of n minus 8, when you take the difference here, so that is subtraction you will take here. The resultant waveform will be something like this. You are going to get here. So this is u of n minus u of n minus 8. Okay, so you can see, observe the signal here. So from 0 to 7, it is having 1 is there. From 0 to 7, no waveform here. So 1 minus something 0 is will get the same waveform we'll get here. So that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th one, 7th one, 8, 9, 10, like this. So from 0 to 7, no waveform. So 1 minus 0 will be the 1 only will get here. So from 0 to 7 will get the waveform here. From 8 onwards, this is 1, this is 1. So 1 minus 1 will be 0. 9th one is 1, 1 minus 1 will be 0. So 10th one also like 0. So up to infinity it will be 0 will be there here. So we can say u of n minus 8 is equal to the, so this is equal to 1 from 0 to the 7 here. 0 is less than equal to n is less than equal to 7 here. It is 1 and 0 otherwise here. So you got it right. So for the discrete time signal, whenever the unit step function is given, you have to take this kind of operation you need to take here. So right, got it right. Any doubts? So u of n minus 8 means, so from 8 onwards, no sample will be there here. So from beginning point is this one. The ending point is 1 before this value here, 8 here. Okay, 7 like that you need to take here. So we can write here. So x of n is equal to the it is 8 minus n. We got the value of u of n and u of n minus 8. So we got here. So we can write it is equal to multiply with 1 because this quantity is 1 year. Where to where? From n is 0 to the 7 year, and 0 other values of the above condition here. Other values of above condition here. So done, right? Now let us plot the waveform for the x of n here. Let us plot the waveform for the x of n. So based on the value of this one. So this is x of n here. So let us substitute n is equal to 0 to 7 in this equation here, because x of n is given as 8 minus n. It's a function of n here. When you're going to substitute the value of n here, this value is also going to be takes place here. It takes the different values it is going to take here. Okay, when I substitute n is equal to 0, the quantity will become equal to 8 here. So this will become equal to 8 here. For n is equal to 0, because 8 minus 0 will be the 0. Sorry, 8. Okay, we are going to get here. Next, when I substitute n is equal to 1, these are the values of n here. N is equal to 1. So 8 minus 1 will be the, so this will become equal to 7 here. At 10 is equal to 1. At 10 is equal to 2. 8 minus 2 will be the 6 we'll get here. So we should know how to convert the given mathematical expression into the waveform form by substituting the time limits here. Similar way, if they given the waveform, we need to convert that into the mathematical expression here. Okay, so you should understand this concept here. That's what the basics of the signals and systems is going to teach you. Okay, so when n is equal to 4, so 8 minus 4 will be the 4. N is equal to 5, so 8 minus 5 will be 3. When n is equal to 6, so 8 minus 6 will be 2. When n is equal to 7, 8 minus 2 will be the 7 here. From n is equal to 8, it will become 0 here. So this is a waveform of the x of n will get here. So right. So in terms of the mathematical values, we can write. So this is 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 here. So this is the origin here. This is the origin. Okay. Done, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now let us plot the waveform y of x of 4 minus n, x of 2n minus 3. Let us plot it here. Okay. Let us plot the waveform. First of all is x of 4 minus n. First one is x of 4 minus n. So this we can write as x of minus n plus 4. So we need to shift the waveform towards the left side by 4 units here. Then we need to take the reflection here. We need to take the reflection. So let us plot it here. Okay. So first let us perform the x of n plus 4 here. We need to shift the signal towards the left side by 4 units. So 0 minus 1 minus 4. Next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, x of n plus 4 means the waveform. This waveform will be shifted towards the left side by 4 units. So this will become minus 4, minus 3. So add minus 4 to all the time index. Minus 4 with 0 is minus 4. Minus 4 plus 1 is minus 3. Minus 2, minus 1, 0, like this here. This is going to be start from the minus 4. So at minus 4, the amplitude will be 8. At minus 3, the amplitude will be 7. At minus 2, it is 6. At minus 1, it is 5. It is 4, 3, 2, 1 will get here. This is x of n plus 4. Now let us take the reflection of this one. So when you take the reflection, the time index will be changed here. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. So when you take the reflection, this will go to a positive side, this will go to a negative side. So let us plot this in the negative side here. So this will 3 will become minus 3. The amplitude is 1 here. So next 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the 6th one. This is the 7th one, and this will become the eighth one here. So minus 4 will become equal to plus 4. This will become the eighth one. So this is x of minus n plus 4 here. Minus n plus 4. Done. Next one. So the second waveform is given x of 2n minus 3. So I think any doubts in this one? Any doubts with this one? Okay, so first one is x of n minus 3. Let us plot that one here for the next problem. Then we'll perform the scaling operation. Any doubts with this one? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so first x of n minus 3. So we need to shift the signal x of n towards the right side by 3 units here. So whatever the 0 will be there, so this will become equal to the 3 here. Add the 3 to this one. So from 3, it is going to be start here. So it is 8 here. Okay, so 8, 7, 6, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 will get here. So 8 plus 3 plus 0 will be the 3 will get here. The last sample is 7. 7 plus 3 will become equal to the 10th one. The amplitude will be 1 year. Done. So this is x of n minus 3. X of n minus 3. Next, we need to perform the scaling here. The scaling is nothing but we need to multiply. The value of a is 2 here. So 1 by a. So it is 1 by 2 we need to multiply. So this is x of 2n minus 3. The value of the a is nothing but 2. 1 by a is nothing but 1 by 2. So it is 0.5 we need to multiply for the all the time index here. All the time index we need to multiply with the 0.5 here. So done. Let us multiply here. So 0.5 into 3 it will become 1.5. So let us discard this sample. So let us give the time index here. So define the time index, mark it. So I mark it here. So 0.5 into 3 it will become 1.5. Let us discard this one because 1.5 there is no signal will not exist here. The discrete time signal. Next 4 into 1.5 will become 2 here. So out to 2 we are having the amplitude 7. So out to 2 we are having the amplitude 7 is there. Next 5 into 0.2 is 2.5. Let us discard this one. Next 2 into 0.5 into 6 will become 3 here. 33 we are having the amplitude of 5 here. Okay. Next 7 into 0.5 is 3.5. Let us discard. 8 into 0.5 is 4 here. At 4 we are having the amplitude 3 here. Next at 9 into 0.5 is 4.5 discard. 10 into 0.5 will be the 5 will get here. The amplitude will be 1 year. So this is the waveform x of 2n minus 3. Okay. Done, right? So I think no doubts in this one. So like this, we need to convert the any of the waveforms it has been given into the respective signals here. Okay. So I'll stop the these operations on the signals here. I'll go for the next kind of operation on the signals here. I'll go for the next kind of operations on the signals. All right. So I can take. Okay. So take the problem. The problem is like this here. This is a different kind of problem. I'll explain the concept in the problem only. I'll explain here. Okay, so you can take. These are very important problems. Plenty of times it has been asked in the exam. Okay, so you can take. The concept is expressing one signal in terms of the other signal here. So expressing one signal in terms of the other signal here. In terms of the other signal. Okay, so this concept is very important and very interesting. Okay. Okay, and we'll express here. So take the problem. The staircase signal the staircase signal x of t is shown in the figure below. The staircase in x of t is shown in the figure below. Express x of t in terms of g of t. Express x of t in terms of g of t. Okay, so the signal x of t is given here. So it is expressed in terms of the staircase waveform. So this is x of t. Okay, the corresponding amplitude is this one, and the signal g of t is given. So this is the signal g of t. So -1 to the +1 here. Okay, take the waveform. Okay, so here what we need to do is, here we need to express the signal, this x of t in terms of the g of t by performing the operation called shifting and the scaling operation here. Okay, by performing the operation called shifting and scaling operation, we need to express here. So here what we can see is the signal x of t is a combination of the some 4 rectangular pulses here. 4 rectangular pulses. One is from 0 to the 4. This one is there, and next one is this one from 1 to 4. Next 2 to 4. Next 3 to 4. This is a waveform here. So you can take the signal x of t. The signal x of t is a superposition of the the 4 rectangular pulses. 4 rectangular pulses shown in the figure below. It is the sum of the 4 rectangular pulses shown in the figure below. So how it will be 4 here? I will show it here. One is from 0 to the 4. Okay, so the other will be from like this. This is a staircase. Just I will draw the staircase here. You can take like this. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is x of t. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 here. So this is the one rectangular pulse here. If I consider this as a one rectangular pulse, so this will be the other one. This will be the other one, and this will be the last one. So we can plot it like this. We can take the waveforms here. So one is, I can draw from 0 to 4, one pulse, the amplitude is 1. Let us call this one as the x1 of t. Okay, fine. I'm going to take the basic pulse as x1 of t. The next one is from 1 to 4, is there? 1 to 4. I'm going to call this as the x2 of t. The corresponding amplitude is 1 here. Similarly, I'm going to take next one. So it is going to be start from the 2 to 4. The amplitude is 1. So this is x3 of t. Other one is x4 of t, which is going to begin from 3 to the 4. The corresponding amplitude is 1 here. And I'm going to add all those things. I'm going to get the signal like this here. Got it? And I'm going to add all the signals. So I'm going to add all these signals. I'm going to get the signal like this here. So right. Now what we need to do is we need to express the each and every pulse in terms of the g of t. We need to express here. So the signal x1 of t we need to express in terms of g of t by using the operation called shifting and scaling here. We need to perform the shifting towards the right side here, and we need to scale it because it is a double-sided one. We need to shift towards the right side, and we need to perform the scaling operation we need to do here. Okay, so we can write the signal x of t. We can write as it is equal to the sum of x1 of t plus x2 of t plus x3 of t plus x4 of t we can write here. Okay, we can express as x4 of x1, x2, x3 and x4 of t here. So right here, so we'll take here to express x1 of t in terms of g of t. We need to express the signal called x1 of t in terms of the g of t we need to express here. In terms of the g of t we need to express here. So you can take to express the signal x1 of t in terms of g of t comma x4 of t, sorry, this is x1 of t, right? So x1 of t is the shifted and scaled version of x4 of t is the shifted. So we can take it as a time shifted and time scaled version of g of t. Time scale version of g of t. So what we are going to do is this g of t is we are going to perform the time shifting and scaling operation you are going to do in order to get the x1 of t here. So what we need to do is we need to shift the signal towards the time right side axis. We need to shift here. Afterwards, we need to expand the signal here. So we need to perform the time shifting and scaling operation we need to perform here. Okay. So as per the time shifting concept here, so everyone has taken this line, right? As per the time shifting concept you have done here. So what we are going to do is we are going to express the signal here x1 of t in terms of the shifting and scaling. Already we have seen the concept here. I told in the last classes. So precedence rule we have seen here. So we need to perform the operation called the time scaling minus shifting here. Okay, time scaling and shifting here. So B is called as a is called as a scaling factor we are going to call here. Scaling factor we are going to call, and B is called as the shifting factor we are going to call here. Okay, the shifting factor we are going to call here. So in order to find the value of A and B, we are going to follow the certain rules we are going to follow it here. In order to find the A and B here, so we can follow the certain rules here. So I can take the formula is like this here. So to find A, okay, this is very important here in the exam. Plenty of time this problem has been asked here. To find A, so A can be found out like this here. So this is the thing, but the width of the G of T here. So width of G of T. So whatever the width of G of T is there, so divided by the width of the x1 of t here. Whatever the x1 of t is there, so that width we need to take here. That will become the scaling factor A here. Okay, so A will become the scaling factor like that one here. So that is the thing. But for example, we have this is a x1 of t. X1 of t is having the width 0 to 4 is there. So means the width will become equal to the 4 will be there. No, so 4 minus 0 will be the, it will be 4 will be there here. That's the width of the x of t here. Correct now? So 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4 here. The 4 units is there here. Correct now? That's the width of the x1 of t, and width of the g of t is, so 1 minus of minus 1. So this will be the width will be equal to the, so it will be 2 width is there here. The width of this one is from this side 1, this side 1, it will be 2 is there here. Okay, so like that we can find out the width here. So I'm going to give the generalized formula. So next we can take to find g of t, sorry, to find b. So b can be found out like this. So that is, it can be equated to the at minus b is equal to 0. We need to equate here. Sorry, at minus b is equated to the midpoint of g of t here. So midpoint of g of t. So at minus b, that will be equal to the midpoint of g of t here. So this formula is applicable. So this formula is applicable when the signal g of t is a double-sided sequence here. Double-sided sequence. Suppose if the g of t is given as a single pulse function, we need to follow some different procedure. I'll take in the problem and I'll explain that concept here. Okay, so at minus b is equal to the midpoint of g of t here. Midpoint of g of t. So okay, midpoint of g of t. Here we need to substitute the value of t here. So t can be taken as, so t can be taken as a midpoint of x of t will be taken here. So it is taken as the midpoint of the whichever the signal we are going to find out. So that signal we are going to take here. For example, if we are finding for x1 of t, so midpoint of x1 of t you are going to take here. Midpoint of x1 of t. Okay, so I'll take quickly. I'll take for this one here. So that is a into midpoint of x1 of t. So that will be minus b. So is equal to the, already we find the value of a here. So that is equal to the midpoint of g of t here. Midpoint of g of t here. Midpoint of g of t. Okay. So let us find quickly. Let us find out the value of a and b as per this concept here. These formulas are very, very important here. So remember these problems. So this problem is asked for the 8 to 10 marks. They're going to ask here 8 to 10 marks. Okay. 8 to 10 marks. They're going to ask this problem. Now let us find out the a here. So a is equal to the width of the g of t is, we already know it is 2 here, and width of the x1 of t it is 4. So it has become 1 by 2 here. A is equal to 1 by 2 will get here. Then right. So there's the width of g of t is, it's a 2 here. Width of x1 of t is 4. So 1 by 2 will get here. And to find b, so it is at minus b is equal to the, so that is the midpoint here. Okay, so a is a 0.5 into the value of t is nothing but it's a midpoint of x1 of t here. So I think everyone has taken. I'll turn the page here. So this is x1 of t. So x1 of t is having the value 1, 2, 3, 4 here. The midpoint is nothing but 2 is the midpoint here. You can see. So here also this one. Here also the same thing. The 2 is the midpoint of the x1 of t. 2 is the midpoint here. For the g of t, the midpoint is nothing but 0 here. For the g of t, the midpoint is 0 here. Let us substitute 2, the midpoint of x4 of t, and g of t as 0 here. So this has become, so the value of t is 2 minus b into the midpoint of b we need to find out here. The midpoint of this one is 0 here. Okay, so send b that side. So 2 into 1 will become 1 here. So the signal, therefore the x4, x1 of t can be given by g into at minus b. So value of a we got as 0.5 here. So it is g into 0.5 into t minus 1 here. 0.5 into t minus 1 here. Done. Okay. Then right, we can find out like this here. So got it? Any doubts? Okay, so let us verify this one in the waveform format, whether we are going to get by applying this operation or what here. First, I'm going to do g of t minus 1. I'm going to perform here the time shifting operation. Okay, so g of t. Any doubts with this concept here? Any doubts with this concept? If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Okay, just I'll take 2 minutes here. I'll verify. Remaining problems I'll continue in next class here. Okay, so g of t, it is defined from the -1 to the +1, and I'm going to shift towards the right side by 1 unit. So it will become 0 to the 2 will become here. So g of it will become 0 to the 2 it will become. So this is g of t minus 1. Okay, now I'm going to perform the scaling operation. So if I perform the scaling operation here, so multiply a is nothing but 0.5 here. So this is g of 0.5 t minus 1 here, 0.5 into t. So a is 0.5 and 1 by a is nothing but 1 by 0.5 will become equal to 2 here. Let us multiply 2 to all the time index. 2 into 0 is 0. 2 into 2 will become equal to 4 here. So okay, so it is having the amplitude 1. So this will become the required waveform. We'll get like this here. This is a required waveform here. So we got by the time shifting and scaling operation we got here. And right? Understood? We have verified the result also. So done. Okay, so we'll continue the remaining thing with the next class. We'll continue the remaining class. Okay, in the next class, I'll take one more problem and I'll end up the module 1. Some more problems are there. The problems I'll solve after the IA I'm going to solve here. So I'm going to start tomorrow. I'll complete these problems. So day after tomorrow, I'll start with the system properties. That is the module 2 I'm going to start. We are going to cover the system properties we are going to cover. So there are 6 properties are there. We'll see that one and we'll verify the concepts areas. So done. So for your IA, up to the properties of the system, that is module 2 will be there here. So I'll continue in the next class. Next problem, one problem I'll take in the next class and I'll do it here. Okay, and I'll finish the module 1 in the next class. Okay, so any doubts? Any doubts?